Hello everyone, good day. This is Eshkomu or Eshtarwin again. Today I would like to talk about the Seven Sisters as a group. Of course, those that have been in this game long enough, of course, already know them, but I thought that I'm going to talk about them to the new ones. You know, those who just know them, for example, from YouTube, hearing Seventh Haven, and I want to know who the heck is Seven Sisters. So, Seven Sisters is an idol group in Tokyo Seven Sisters, a mobile idol game, just like Love Live and Idol Masters and stuff. And this Seven Sisters was a group that was founded in 2030, and then suddenly, on the peak of their popularity, just get disbanded. They came up suddenly and they went out also suddenly. Their popularity was so great that at that moment when idols no longer coming of ad, they liven up everything again, and it makes everyone want to become idols. And they're so good that the entertainment industry is basically about them, and there's no billboard without them. They have fans ranging from young and old, boys and girls. Everyone loves Seven Sisters. They're that great. So who they are? So Seven Sisters, although the name is Seven Sisters, they consist of 6 girls, and the last member, the 7th member, is you, their fans. The first one will be the leader, idol terrorist, whose name is Nanasaki Nicole. During times when Seven Sister was there, she was 17 years old, and Nanasaki Nicole was born on July 7, so 7-7. And the name Nanasaki, Nana is 7, her Saki comes from Saku, which means bloom, and Nicole's the leader who get them all together, and she can be pretty cunning, she can be pretty random. Her specialty is able to see dreams as she like. After the disbandment of Seven Sisters, Nicole and every other member of Seven Sisters just went poof, gone. But 2 years later, a manager whose name Rokusaki Koni, born in 7-7, came certain agency and meet you, the player. Of course, it's a mystery what kind of connection that Rokusaki Kuni has with the old Seven Sisters. Anyway, Nicole has that megaphone as her signature item, and she has this certain quirks in which she will call you, the fans, Temera. It's really rude. Hey, you rascal. Hey, you is a very charismatic figure on stage. Nanasaki Nicole has a childhood friend, which is our second member here, Hanyuda Mito. I think both Nicole and Mito influence each other because Rokusaki Koni often talks about how Nicole remembers the path with Hanyuda Mito, and Mito also getting influenced because Nicole is such a driving force that she is usually able to influence people around her. Anyway, let's go to the second member, Hanyuda Mito. Hanyuda Mito is the ice queen, someone who doesn't smile because she wants to reserve her energy solely for singing. People call her either ice queen or maybe her highness, and she's the one who made songs for Seven Sisters, and they said her musical ability is so high, people respect her for her music. And she also can play guitar. In one of the episodes, you have Nicole actually tricking Mito to grind her RPG character without telling Mito anything. At that time, Mito was so naive, say, because she doesn't even question what Nicole asked her. And that moment, she asked Nicole, why should I kill these witches? And Nicole answered that it was to make your character stronger, to achieve world peace. But then Mito said that if by killing the witches we achieve world peace, isn't that means that we don't achieve peace? Because what about these witches that we're killing? Nicole, that moment, thought that then we should be the strongest in the world and save those witches as well. We'll save everyone. We'll make real peace, not just peace where we have to sacrifice one side. And Mito was just like, but how to do it? We're nothing. And Nicole said, then let's band together, group together. Let's become the strongest by grouping together, strongest. And I think this is one of the moments that influenced Nicole in her future inspiration, that inspired Nicole to make Seven Sisters. That shows that Mito actually influenced Nicole, not just Nicole influencing Mito. Mito is very close. She would even say to Nicole that she will smile for Nicole to remind her how to smile when Nicole was down, which shows shows just how close they are to each other, even if Mito doesn't seem like someone who would be that close, being so cold to everyone else. And Mito's signature dish is tofu. She loves tofu a lot. You could say that she was hypnotized by tofu, which makes her often frequent a certain tofu shop, best tofu shop in the city. And the third member will be Misono Mana. Misono Mana is your one-sama character, Jo-sama character as well, because the Misono Corporation, her family, is the family that produced the Holocom, or the hologram communication device, which is, the smartphone in Tokyo Seven Sisters, and it's distributed all over the world, which makes them filthy rich. And if I'm not mistaken, they're the richest family. However, her personality is this really airy, warm kind of personality. She's the mood maker of the group because she always gets on the good side of people, and she is very generous. She just loves giving food to the other member, for example, giving candies. And she also able to diffuse tension when it exists, and she seems to really good in taking care of others. She also often helps administrative things in communicating with people who have connection with their job. And the next will be Wakaoji Rui. Wakaoji Rui is the princey character in this game. She is that handsome, and she knows Mana from their childhood. Rui is the oldest character in Seven Sisters. The second oldest is Mana. Perhaps that's why both Mana and Rui act like the parents of these rather strange bunch. And Rui is almost always the straight man or the tsukomi of the group, while she always becomes the voice of reason inside this rather strange group, which frustrates her most of the time. And it seems Nicole knows that. This is a spoiler of one of the newest Seven Sisters episode, in which it revealed that Rui is actually used to be brought up in an orphanage because she lost her mother when she was 7. Her father is neglectful. Her father is a drunkard, gambles, the worst kind of father that you can think of, that she ended up in the orphanage and is not the most fortunate person in Tokyo 7. At that time, Rui appeared to be quite dark until she met Mana, who she thought will be the epitome of a kind of person that she would hate the most for having everything that she did not have, both family, money, everything. But Mana turns out to be different, and they turn into one of the closest friends. And Rui treasured Mana as someone who would remind her what is most important in her life, and who would oftentimes said how much she has changed from that time, and reassured her on many things in life. So they both taking care of the other girls and also taking care of each other. And the next will be Kotobiki Kuruto. I don't know the real way of saying Kruit, Q-R-U-I-T, but it's Kuruto, at least in the Japanese pronunciation. Kuruto is an orphan. She was brought up in a circus, and she seems has quite an animalistic side in which she's always hungry, and she eats anything, practically anything. In Hajima Live, voice actress of Kuruto even said that, "I know those lights that you hold doesn't taste good," and everyone's like, "You tasted it before." And Kuruto is that random. She has great athleticism, and she is the best dancer of the group because of that. And Mana often gave her food. Sometimes, other than member, it always feels like Kuruto is their pet or something. There is this time when Mana was just like teaching her like a dog in one of the drama tracks. Kuruto also can't write kanji. She always write in full hiragana for some reason because she doesn't understand those. And she's always bright, always bubbly. I think that's a good part of Kuruto. And there is the last member, and turns out to be the most popular member of Seven Sisters, Yusa Memoru. Memoru, as how she's called, usually comes up with the image of Gothic Lolita image, but actually she only have interest in money. For example, in Sparkle Time episode, she said like, "Sa Kanedashi Tekko." That's the part that she inspired, and it means, "Come on, give me your money," because that's the only thing that she pay attention to. And she made this suspicious concoction called Memorun juice, which also called poison, but she said it's not poison. It's just Memorin juice. But anyway, no one wants to eat it. At least in the Seventh Sister, no one wants to drink it. Not even Kuruto, who eat everything, who will even munch on Nicole's head when she's hungry, but she would never touch that juice. But somehow, her fans, that she called Memorin slave, should I say love? But yeah, they will drink those juice. But anyway, Rui will often save them from drinking that juice. But for Memorin, it's her ultimate concoction. So yeah, she's actually the devil of the whole group. However, behind that, she's actually pretty realistic. She holds Kuruto. She looks at Kuruto with respect for Kuruto's happy attitude despite the unfortunate condition that she's in. And she also respects Nicole and said, as far as I would be the person who'd be beside Nicole if in case one day she would have to face the hardships of the world. That's as far Memorin devoted to the group. Igaito. Yeah, although she doesn't seem like it. Yeah, so that's about Seven Sisters. They all are very close friends. They take care of each other and they all seem to band together thanks to Nicole. And for some reason, they really respect Nicole. Mito will go as far as say, I will smile beside you. Rui will go as far as say, I will become what the world would have want me to be as much as the world want me to be, but I don't want Nicole to lose her wings. Mana would say that if there will be a time when Nicole was wounded, then we'll be the one that suit her wings. Memorin said that she would be the person to be there if hardships falls on Nicole. And Kuruto will be there to eat her head, perhaps. But anyway, yeah, that was about Seven Sisters, and you will find some of the songs, perhaps one of the best songs in the whole game if I were to be subjective. For example, the Seventh Haven, which is supposed to be their major debut song, which is so awesome. Oftentimes their songs will always have tie with the story. As time goes by, you will learn more about them, I'm sure. And I hope that this video of the Legendaries will make you a wee bit interested in the game, maybe in the characters themselves, because as seemingly obvious as they are, it seems that there are many layers to them and there are many other mysteries that hasn't been talked about in the whole game. For example, why they actually disband in the moment of their popularity. Perhaps we would never know. But anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for listening. Ishikomu deshita.